What do you think of Zion? What do you think of him when you see him play?
Man-child. Man-child or just man-child. That term has been used since I've been, way before I've been younger, but since I can remember when I was young, they would say that about, and he's the first person I've been like, no, that's a man-child. Yeah. Yeah, super athletic.
He is all that, it looks like, right now. I'm going to share with you what I have said into this microphone, Chris Webber, that seeing Coach K go all in on the young freshman, like, say, Steve Fisher did back in the day with you, Jalen, and the rest of the Fab Five, seeing this current Michigan team, a team, right, where Beeline's got everybody positioned and they've got some great veteran players, okay, at the point. I love what Matthews is doing, okay. Seeing now Coach K go all in on the young kids only to have Michigan stand in their way just to run it back to the future, oh, gosh. I'm so all in for that.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Wouldn't it, though?
I love Coach K. It is funny to see him embrace these young guys. It's even more funny to hear him make excuses for them in interviews that we weren't allowed to have 25 years ago.
What do you mean by that?
What do I mean by that? Well, I think that Christian Laettner in my lifetime is the greatest college player of all time, period. After Kareem, Walton, to me, it's not a question. And we're going up against a team. They beat UNLV, my favorite team ever, the year before. UNLV was a pro team. They beat UNLV. So
in many ways in one, I think.
Yeah. That was an accomplishment.
Right.
And so for us to go up against a team that beat UNLV, and it was, statements like, well, it's a team. They're not just freshmen. They can grow up. They'll learn. Or, and now he's like, well, our guys got to learn how to play together. We're young. Things that are true. But it's just funny hearing the champion, Coach K, say that now. But I love the fact that he's embraced it, and I love the fact that he's helping these young kids, because I want kids that maybe go out in 1 or 2 years to have experience, to have a great coach like that, because in the past you were either lucky to have a Coach Fisher or you went to a place that you knew was going to be a stop. You maybe didn't get much coaching, and then it affected your career in the pros. And I think these kids are definitely going to be better off having Coach K in their life. But it'd be funny if it comes down to
Michigan and Duke.
I told someone at the beginning of the year, I said I could see that happening, and that would be something. That would be something.
Gosh, that would just be. Because I'm still pissed. I'm still pissed about that. I mean, that Michigan, the Fab Five right there, and Duke denied.
Yeah. Duke got us though. They were a bad bunch of boys though. We were some bad men ourselves. But when I look at, you think about the career some of these guys had and what they did. You're never proud of losing to anyone, but remembering the scouting report and all the stuff that they had done back then, the players they had. That was a hell of a team. To me, that Duke team is one of the best college teams we've seen.
Do you see any young kids today recognize what you and the rest of the Fab Five had blazed the trail? Do you think that folks understand what the Fab Five Michigan Wolverines stood for and created? Because it seems like there's a ton of imitators now. When at the time you got so much crap.
I remember cutting our hair bald, man, and the commentators said we were thugs. Part of the reason why I love being a commentator is because how the narrative that was on us. So when I do college games, I know what it's like for that family to sit there and watch their son, and they're praying, being nervous. So I know what it's like for guys to be emotional, or they're up 30 points and the walk-on gets in the game. All those wonderful moments, the team moments. And so that's really why I like doing college, because I can do that, because the commentators in our time, they weren't right. They didn't know much about other cultures. It wasn't as diverse, and so it was easy to cast aspersions or to say that these people are like this, and you really don't know, but you're judging our body language, and you're making judges on the content of our character on body language.
How were you handling that at the time?
Oh, at the time, we loved it. Bring it on, more. Because at the time, anybody 18 is against the world. It's like the world is against us. Like, that's what we needed. We were all from a poor city. We were all from friends and families that had been struggling, people that, we knew we were their hope on Saturdays. We knew what we were bringing to the table for our family and friends. So we embraced it. I mean, and that's what I hope that the young kids take with them, is that take everything with a grain of salt, the praise and the criticism, and then if anything, use it all as energy to have something to fight against. And a lot of kids come up and they do give us love.
They do.
Oh yeah.
They're aware. They're aware.
Yeah. And probably through their dad, you know, you know what I mean? But they're aware, man.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.